driving the Volkswagen Amarok, and I'm in the bi-turbo, the 2-litre bi-turbo style model. But besides any of that, I just want to actually start with getting everything out of the way. Is this just a Ford Ranger? Well, not really, actually. We've known about this collaboration for some time. We always knew that the Amarok was going to be built by Ford in their plant in Silverton. And I think maybe a couple of Amarok and diehard VW fans were somewhat disappointed. I will put my hand up and say that I was one of them. But I am now a very big fan of the next gen Ford Ranger. It's a fantastic bucky. And so I think Volkswagen can be very proud that they did this collaboration with them, because at least they're getting an excellent product. So the differences, of course, are in the design. In fact, the only similarities are the roof rails, the mirrors, and the handles. That's it. Everything else is different. You can definitely see the difference on that front grille. The digital instrument clusters, they differ ever so slightly. The steering wheels are a little bit different. You can tell that they cut from the same cloth. You've got the same sort of portrait style infotainment system. It ranges from sort of like 10.1 to 12 inches, depending on the model and the derivative. However, the systems are actually quite different. You do have the Ford Sync 4A system on here in this Amarok, which I actually think is not a bad thing. It's a great system and works really, really well. So you've got 5 trim levels for the Amarok. I'm in the style, which is sort of mid-range, and in fact, I think absolutely sufficient. But you can also get the Panamericana and then the Aventura. This style has the 2-litre bi-turbo diesel, which also comes in 2 states of tune. And I've got the one that's got 154 kilowatts of power and 500 Newton meters. And I find it to be ever so responsive. Again, I find like a mid-spec bucky with this sort of engine, obviously, depending on your needs, to be more than sufficient. Now, obviously, it has very similar off-road capabilities to the Ranger. What Amarok does have across the whole range is its all-wheel drive 4Motion system, which I think is really cool. I love that in the Amarok as well anyways. But this dial, very easy to use. It's got a switch dial like the Ranger, but again, super capable. This model specifically comes in at around 900,000 Rand as standard. Now, you can get yourself a Ford Ranger XLT for just under 900,000 Rand. And I think it's going to really just come down to brand royalty. Either way, I'm still happy to, in a way, feel like I'm in an Amarok, even though the sound and feel of everything else is Ranger. Not a bad thing. Woo! When I'm lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.